Welcome to another episode of Keeping Real Estate Real. My name is Warren Tate and I have an absolute passion for raising your standards, growing your business and making your goals a reality. I encourage you to take a wholehearted approach in everything you do and make no excuses. Well, welcome to episode 14 of Keeping Real Estate Real. In episode 13, we went through the storytelling framework for building a well-known process followed by the majority of screenwriters. Now you have that foundation for your story from episode 13, it's now time to bring it to life with the 5 C's to storytelling. The first C is characters. Have you ever read a book and then watched the movie and discovered the character in the book looks nothing like what you envisaged? That is the art of providing just enough information to describe the character, but not too much. The audience needs to make up the image in their own mind. The character also has a problem that requires solving. The key to any story is the second C. Without conflict or a problem to solve, there is no story. Ideally, you should try to raise that conflict 2 or 3 times. The third C is the cure. What is a cure provided for the outcome to the problem? The fourth C is the change that actually occurred or the exact result. And the fifth C is the carry out message. This is the memorable part of the story, the key phrase that you want your audience to remember. It must be fewer than 10 words and not delivered by you. That is the secret. It must be delivered in dialogue from your client. The following is a story regarding the marketing segment of your listing presentation. Let's see if you can pick the 5 C's. I understand your concern about print advertising. It was only 6 weeks ago when I was sitting in the lounge room with Andrew and Jill. And Andrew had the same thoughts that you're going through. He worked in IT. He said, Warren, print media doesn't work. I just want to go on the internet. And it was at that point that Jill turned to Andrew and said, Andrew, your mum is probably the perfect buyer for our property. Although she's not going to buy it, but she's a downsizer. She's looking for an apartment just like this. She walks out to the letterbox every single week and gets the local paper and flicks through it. Andrew just looked at Jill and said, you're right. If we need to appeal to the entire market, we need to go in the local paper as well. Anyhow, to cut a long story short, they did go in the local paper, and on the auction day, the property sold extremely well over reserve, about $33,000 over reserve actually. But the highest bidder didn't come from the local paper, but the underbidder did. They pushed that highest bidder well above the reserve price. When we were walking out after the contract had been signed and the sold sticker was on the board, Andrew just shook my hand and said, thanks very much. And I'll tell you what, one thing, we are so glad that we went in the local paper. That print advertising really did work. So with that story, did you pick out the 5 C's? The characters? Did you understand the conflict? They didn't want to go into print media. He was in IT, he only wanted to go online. But the dialogue came from Jill. She came up with the answer. And then Andrew had that carry-out message at the end that print media really does work. That's the art of storytelling. It's far better to tell a story through the eyes of one of your clients than you just saying, you need to go in the paper, print media works. It's far more believable. So please, practice your stories. They happen every single day in real estate. And make sure that you present them extremely well at your listing presentations and just have a bit of fun with them. I've told them in a bit of a serious manner, but I just wanted to get my point across. So thank you for watching. Hopefully the combination of the 2 episodes, you've mastered the art of storytelling. Or you can give me a call and I can explain a little bit more for you. Or you can go to my website, warrentate.com.au, go to the free resources and there's lots more information for you. Thanks for watching and I look forward to my next episode.